Hi everyone, my name is Shishir Nigam and welcome again to our channel Journey to Freedom, where you can follow along on our journey to financial freedom through the worlds of Shopify and dropshipping. So make sure you subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so that you get to know every single time we put out a brand new video like this one. Today, we're going to be talking about how I managed to kill my conversion rate just because of one little thing that I tried on my website. So make sure you stay till the end of the video to catch all the details and make sure you do not try this on your store. So let's get right into it. My website conversion rate used to be about 4 to 5%. So in effect, if that means about 100 visitors coming to my website, that would mean about 4 to 5 people actually purchasing a product from my store, resulting in the 4 to 5% conversion rate. So that was a fairly healthy conversion rate. And this was while trying to retail a sub $25 product that led to a funnel, which then eventually increased the order value a bit more. So one natural thing you'll observe is if you're trying to sell a more expensive product up front, you will naturally have lower conversion rates. So I had about a 4 to 5% conversion rate when I was trying to sell a product that was priced slightly less than $25 for the upfront sale. Now, what I tried to do was I implemented this very commonly used tactic to increase messenger subscriptions. So these are subscribers for the Facebook Messenger, right? And I was trying to increase the growth of my Messenger subscriber list, and I tried to implement this one tactic. And it has its own merits, but in my case, it really hurt my conversions to the extent that the conversion rate dropped to below 1%, which is a huge difference, especially when you're paying for all that traffic to come to your store. So let's talk about exactly what I did. I tried to implement pop-ups on my website from an application called Recart. So Recart is an application that helps you manage Facebook Messenger subscriptions and marketing campaigns, and it's a full suite of applications that allows you to deal with your Facebook subscriber list, Messenger subscription list. So one of the tools that they have is they have different tools that encourages visitors to subscribe to your Messenger list so that you can reach out to them subsequently. And one of the things that I tried was this add to cart pop-up, which triggers when customers add something to the cart from your product page. And I'll show you what that looks like on the next page. But essentially, it gives them a pop-up which encourages them to subscribe to the Messenger list in return for updates or some other sort of value add that you're providing on the Messenger subscription. So I took these examples from the Recard website. This is how it would work on your website. You would have your normal product page with an add to cart button. Now, whenever a user clicks the add to cart button, they would have a pop-up that says, hey, join the club. You can customize this message, but essentially it would involve saying, hey, sign up for a Messenger list. This is what you will get if you sign up for a Messenger list, right? And then they say send to Messenger. And then once they click that, it would bring them to their cart page, just the way the normal add to cart button would work. But just adding that one step where there is now a pop-up that they have to react to before they can go to their shopping cart. Hope you're finding value in the content so far, guys, and if you are, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so that you get to know every single time that we put out a brand new video. And make sure you stay till the end of this one to catch all the content, and comment below on what you like and what you'd like to hear about. Stay with us. So this is what I tried to implement on my store, and the result was interesting because, as I mentioned, the positive side of it was that, yes, it increased my Messenger subscription rates because more percentage of people subscribed to my list than would have otherwise. The downside was that I was still able to, of course, run Messenger campaigns to these additional subscribers, and this was quite useful, especially on the Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekends when a lot of traffic is being run on Facebook ads. So ad costs are quite expensive. So that's my intention was to develop a Messenger list for that particular weekend so that when it comes, I can reach out to the subscriber list on Messenger and be able to run campaigns to them without paying for Facebook ads. So in theory, it all sounded good. But the result of implementing those pop-ups was that my conversion rate really dropped like a rock, as I mentioned. overall, the tactic hurt my sales much more than any potential benefit that I saw of the increased messenger subscriptions. Because ultimately, if your conversion rate is dropping by several percentage points, then that is too big of a cost. Naturally, whenever you implement any pop-ups on your store, it will nearly always hurt some conversion rate. It will reduce it, but it depends on how much, right? And that's a key factor. What are you giving up in return for the additional messenger subscriptions that you're getting? So my key learnings from this experience was that I learned that you really should not be interrupting the customer purchase process. That's the biggest takeaway here. Do not interrupt the customer purchase process. If the customer is there to buy and look at a product and they want to purchase it, do not interrupt it by using pop-ups. Do not interrupt it by directing them to share the post on Facebook and Instagram. Don't interrupt it by showing them 5 other products that they may also want to buy on that initial product page, because the more distractions that you show them, the less likely they are to actually complete the first purchase, which is why they came there in the first place. So your biggest priority should be to maximize the conversion rate on the paid traffic, because you're paying for these people to be on your store. So it's very much in your interest to make sure you maximize what percentage of these people convert and actually make a purchase from you, because that is what will help you cover your Facebook ads marketing costs. Now, the increase in email and messenger subscribers or any other kind of subscribers is definitely valuable in the long run, but in my opinion, it should not come at the cost of your cold traffic, right? It should be a second priority, and you have to weigh the cost and benefit for yourself to see what's worth it, right? Are you driving enough revenue from that messenger list to justify losing all of that upfront volume, right? If your conversion rate is decreasing. So if you're using any pop-ups at all on your store, make sure you try to limit it at the most to 1 pop-up, because as you can imagine, most of your viewers are actually coming from mobile. So on mobile, a pop-up basically covers the entire screen, right? On a desktop, it's not as intrusive, but on a mobile interface, it is very intrusive because you're completely blocking the page, even if your pop-up is very tiny, right? So the customer actually has to click the cross button or react to it. And most people are put off by that because it's not something they asked for. You're just throwing it at them, right? So most people do not like that interruption, and they will often just leave your website if you interrupt their process. And they're trying to read the product description and suddenly a pop-up comes up that says, hey, sign up to our email list. That is interrupting their process. And typically that's very off-putting for most customers. So be very careful and weigh the pros and cons of using any kind of pop-ups. Currently on my store, I still have 1 pop-up, which is mainly for a welcome discount that I give to customers if they sign up for our email list. And that is fairly effective. It helps to convert people who may not have otherwise purchased the product because they're getting a discount. So, weigh very carefully what pop-ups you want to have and what you don't want to have, because each time you add a pop-up, you can be sure that your conversion rate will drop somewhat. So make sure you monitor that carefully and try to make all your pop-ups as non-intrusive as possible. Try to make them blend in with the rest of your website, your theme, and try to make sure that it doesn't happen within the first few seconds of somebody coming to your page. Set timers, make sure they're linked, for example, to some exit intent from the customer, then you show the pop-up, right? So have those filters in place so that you're trying to preserve that customer experience as much as you can. So I hope you guys found some value in this video. If you did, make sure you drop us a like, subscribe to our channel so that you can be informed every single time we put out a brand new video like this one. So we'll catch you in the next one.